DeMarcus is with us in Chicago. Hey, DeMarcus, how are you?
I'm doing fine, Dave. How about yourself?
Better than I deserve, sir. How can I help?
Right now, I am 21 years old. My fiance right now is carrying our child. She's 7 months pregnant. I grew up in a very rural neighborhood, and right now, me and my fiance have no debt, and we're looking to keep it like that. And right now, I'm trying to find some type of guidance or some type of way I can financially be set up for my child, because I refuse to have my child live the life that I've done, live the life that I've lived as a child. So I was wondering, was there any steps that I can take as far as financial, peace, or some type of way that I can make sure my child has a very good life?
Good man. It's a good question from a good guy.
Thank you.
So what do you do for a living?
Right now, I work in a steel factory.
Okay. And what's your income?
Right now, I make roughly $35 a year.
Okay. What about her? Does she work outside the home?
She did, but right now I told her, to take a leave off, work off, for the pregnancy.
So when she goes back to work after baby's home and go through
about $15,000.
How much?
$15,000. So equal about $50 a year. Wow,
Yeah.
$50 a year with the both of us.
Okay. All right. Well, the good news is that there's two sides to the equation, not 16. There's the income side and the outgo side, and we work on both of those. Working on the income side is working on your long-term career, and that's saying I'm 21 years old. When I'm 41, what do I want to be doing with my career, and what will I be making? Because that's part of the answer to the question of how do I take care of my kid, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then the other part of the equation is how do we take care of the outgo side? And there's really only 3 or 4 things, and then a lot of complication within those 3 or 4 things that you need to do, and I'll help you do that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
The first one is we're going to get on a written budget. I'm making every dollar behave. Every dollar has an assignment, and you can use the app that is free for your phone or your computer or both called Every Dollar. It's free. We built it. And it takes about 10 minutes to set up your budget. You and your fiancé can go over it together, okay? The second thing is then that you avoid debt like it was trying to kill your family, because it is. All of the data that we have from millionaires, people that start with nothing, a lot of them started very poor and became millionaires. They avoided debt, because when you give other people your money in the form of car payments, student loan payments, MasterCard payments, you don't have the money anymore. And if you give it to them and you don't have it anymore, you can't use it to become wealthy with, called investing. Right?
Yes, sir.
So you have to stay out of debt. You have to stay on a plan. We're going to save and invest. Our first savings element is to build an emergency fund, a rainy day fund, because as you'll quickly find with little kids and young marriages, you sometimes it rains and you need an umbrella.
Right now I currently have $2,500 so far in my emergency fund.
Good, you're moving in the right direction then. Okay, and then let me think here. You start your investing. You always want to have giving be part of your equation.
Yes.
For me, when I was your age, it wasn't long after that we had our first kid in my early 20s, Denise, who's now in her 30s. A big part of me being able to provide for my family was I got really, really, really plugged into a great church, and my walk with God changed the man that I am and made me into a better daddy and a better husband than I would have been otherwise. And so I'll put that on my list of suggestions for you to look at, because it teaches you the character parts, the value system parts of being a great dad. So you said fiance and 7 months pregnant. When's the wedding?
We're not just gonna have a wedding. All the money's just gonna be for our bank account. We're not flashy. We don't need a wedding.
When's the wedding?
When we're financially able to.
Okay. So
right now we don't have a certain time for that.
All right. Again, you made the mistake of asking my suggestions, so I'm going to give them.
No.
Here's what I would do if I woke up in your shoes. You get to do whatever you want. You're a grown man, okay?
Right.
But if I woke up in your shoes, I would get married and I would have the now, immediately, and I would have the reception sometime later and when I have the money for a big party and celebrate the marriage later. Because you've already made all those other decisions. Here's why I would do that. There's a couple of reasons I would do that, but here's why. There's a thing in research on families that says this: if you marry before having a child and you have that child after age 20 and you graduate from high school, you have an almost 0% chance of the child being raised in poverty. Isn't that interesting?
Yes, sir.
97% who follow that success sequence, earn a high school diploma, work, and marry before having children, will not be poor as they enter their 30s. And that's called the success sequence, which is married, have a kid, be working, get married, have a kid, start your life. And you have the opportunity to put that in the right order. I don't know that it matters a whole lot today in your situation, but if I were in your shoes, I would go with that 97% statistic. I think it's a big deal. Only 4% of homes with a married mother and father are on food stamps, but 21% of people who live together are. That's some interesting statistics, okay? I don't think you're heading there, but you called and asked me if I woke up in your shoes at 21. So I'm giving you more advice than just money advice, and you probably got more than you bargained for. But anyway, the last thing I want to do is I want to give the baby a gift, and that's I'm going to put its mommy and daddy through Financial Peace University. I want you guys to go through our class on how to handle money, and I'll show you all of those 93 little details and show you exactly what to do. So you work on being the man that it sounds like you already are, a good man, worried about and being noble and concerned about your child and being a good husband, and work on your spiritual life and work on your career and get your income up over time. And I'll show you how to become wealthy and completely change your family tree and avoid a lot of the pitfalls and potholes that are out there. Financial Peace University is a one-year membership. You go to a local group and take 9 different lessons, and the whole thing is also accessible online. Oh, and that gives you Every Dollar Plus, which is connectivity to your bank for a year as well. So you hold on. All of that is my gift to your baby. That's my opinion. You asked it, and I'm an expert on my opinion. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.